Brandon here. Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. We're a little dry land patch here by our warehouse in Aurora. We started farming this a couple years ago. It was an old alfalfa patch, and one of the first fields we planted, we actually started at David City, then we put this in. Been 2 weeks on Saturday. So you see we do have some emergence out here. We've got some 1-inch spikes. Being that it was dry out here, we didn't expect great emergence, but one of the things I want to talk to you about as your corn's starting to come up, make sure you evaluate those early stands. You can learn a lot. I know a lot of you are still in the planter, still wrapping up planting or just getting rolling really hard, sprayers and so forth, but it's important to always evaluate our work, see what's going on out there. You can see this was a late emerger. We've got some corn up. This one was just spiking through, and by digging them up you can learn a lot. You can see where this one had to corkscrew its way out of the ground a little bit. Could have been because of dry conditions, could have been some compaction sidewall. Obviously that wasn't the case here. Or cool weather. You know, we had a cold day, we had a couple, about 35-degree nights that dropped our soil temperature. That's why we look for those consistent windows. Not saying we regret planting this. Again, we did our marginal ground first. I'm happy with what's coming up given the conditions, how dry we were in some areas, but you know, when we start talking about high yield plots, we're still sitting tight on Aurora here, looking for that great window. From what I'm seeing, it's about 14 days right now from that early planted corn. April 10th is when we planted David City. We had corn up last Friday, just starting to spike through Friday night when I went and looked at that. So second thing, first evaluate your work as you see this corn coming up. Second thing we need to evaluate is our herbicide programs. Unfortunately, that 30 hundredths is not enough to activate herbicides. Mixed the results as far as total rainfall. I got 60 hundredths at Central City. Hastings, we only got 30, so you have to look field by field, understand your rainfall. We say 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. I know I talked to one grower who's actually running his pivot while it was raining last week, and that was a good move. That extra 1/2 inch he was putting on with the 30 hundredths he got was just ideal. So you may still need to be running pivots. We got a little chance of rain, but we really got to work those herbicides, evaluate them. Pretty good control out here. I've got some winter annuals that weren't growing real well, so we kind of got an average kill out here, but we'll take it. But we got to be looking at fields. I'm seeing a lot of escapes. We don't want them to get out of control. If we got to respray, we need to pull the trigger sooner than later and not create a jungle. So those are the two things. Other than that, be safe. We'll talk to you next week.